I sucked at sculpting. And this is the side of art that a lot of creators do not like to share because it's not sexy, because no one wants to hear this, because it's not cool. But I wish I had someone who had documented this and told me everything. So in this video, bro, I want to tell you exactly how bad I was, how I struggled, and how did I finally break free, and how do I finally make the characters that I am proud of. And not only that, bro, how do I help other young artists who were stuck into total hell, who are in this trap, help them break free within literally as little as 2 weeks with my free 1 month sculpting course. So let's dive in. Okay. It was around 2018, and I remember the first time that I saw Jan Sculpts. And Jan Sculpts is an amazing artist. And I was like, bro, like this guy creates such insane characters. How is this possible? And he just makes these really cool characters. I want to do this as well. And it's what really intrigued me to try sculpting in Blender. And I remember watching his videos and how he made these characters, and he made it look so simple. So I tried following him step by step. The way, guys, so carve in the eye sockets, extrude a vertex for the eyebrows, extrude another vertex for the eyelashes, plump up the lips, make the crease. And I tried doing those things, and I was humbled down, and I realized, okay, but this is not as easy as I think it is. So I tried copying that method, and then I was just in love, and I just wanted to make those characters for myself. And hence, I just dived into this rabbit hole of learning how to sculpt. And the more and more and more videos I watched, the more and more confused I got. I bought so many different multiple courses, and the bad thing about this was every course, every information that I saw contradicted with one another. I saw these multiple YouTube videos on YouTube. Some people said, oh, you also need to learn 2D. So I started watching Proco videos and I started drawing these things. And then someone said, no, you need to buy anatomy for sculptors. That is what is going to solve your sculpting problem. I bought this book. It did not work. Someone said, no, you need to learn how to draw first and the proportions of the face. So I got this book. It did not work. I got other multiple art books as well. I don't even recall the name. There were so many. And what I would do is I would just keep trying, following these random tutorials, buying these courses, trying along with them, and nothing that I tried make any sense. The reason was simple because it was just so overwhelming. If I wanted to learn anatomy, where do I start? Do I learn the skeleton first? Do I learn the muscles first? Do I learn the face first? Do I learn how the skins act? When I watched the human course, it was so in depth with these medical terms and bloated anatomy. I was absolutely overwhelmed. I tried watching this course. I made Witcher up till I don't know. I followed about 20 videos. I had the face and the body, and then I was like, nah, bro, this is not working. I gave up. I tried following along speed chart. It did not work. I gave up. And the same thing here, bro. I tried following this course, this complete course, and I couldn't even make a character that looked like this. I was struggling, so I gave up, and that is how I stopped, bro. For whole 5-6 years, what I did was I kept avoiding sculpting. I tried making these low poly cute characters. I would just box model them. I got a job as a 3D generalist. I worked in the mobile industry for more than 6 years, doing the complete pipeline of making characters, rigging them, animating them, making the environments, making the props, everything. So I did the complete pipeline. I used to make these low poly renders and these cinematic shots in Blender and these product animations. I freelanced on Upwork, became a top rated freelancer, and all this time, bro, I was still so interested in sculpting. Every time I tried, it did not work. I tried following trends. I heard that a lot of the instructors said, hey bro, you know what you need to do? You just need to practice more and keep practicing and you will get better. So every day what I did is I downloaded a random Pinterest reference. I would sculpt something that I found inspiring to me, and I would try sculpting those things. So I even joined challenges like this where, hey, draw this in your style. And this was a drawing challenge, but I thought maybe if I make a 3D art, then I'm going to get more likes and people are going to be like, wow, how did you do that? And all of that, bro. But you can see this is the reference. This is the sculpt so far off because all I was doing was just practicing blindly. I was trying everything. It did not work. Sometimes it was a hit or miss. This looks nice, but I swear to you, this is not even close to the reference. I tried making these low poly characters. I figured out a style where these characters look cute, and I made Wednesday. I made this girl from the Grudge movie, and then I made this cute character, an OC character, my original character, all because sculpting the characters that I wanted. This is the kind of characters that I wanted to sculpt. But since that was so hard, since every time I tried, I kept looking at shit on my screen, I just made these low poly cute characters because they were easy. And I kept doing this for more than 5, 6 years. I constantly kept buying courses, watching tutorials, trying again, giving up, trying again, giving up. And I was utterly overwhelmed. I did not know what to do. And then on December 2023, I just decided, bro, I don't care, bro. I just sat down and I thought that all of these creators that I watch, bro, they got results for themselves, didn't they? There are other people out there who are getting results right now, aren't they? There are new artists being born, not born, but new artists emerging every single day. I opened up ArtStation and I saw these amazing artworks. And instead of being inspired, I actually got demotivated because I was like, bro, this is a level that I can never attain. How will I ever possibly sculpt characters like this? And it just demotivated me. The more art I saw online, the more it demotivated me instead of inspiring me. But honestly, bro, I had this burning desire to learn this skill. I wanted to learn it so bad that I just sat down and I thought, okay, bro, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try to figure out how are these people getting results. I don't care if I have to scorch earth, if I have to watch every single of these tutorials. I will not give up this time. I will give myself a year, and for a whole year, I will try to get results, and I will not give up. I will just keep trying. This time, I will keep trying. And I sat down, and I'll be honest with you, bro. This was the first time that I was ever truly accountable. Because I thought that, okay, if I keep looking at these instructors, if I keep blaming on these instructors, I think, oh, yeah, this creator sucks, he doesn't know how to teach, he's overwhelming me, he's confusing me, I don't know. If I keep throwing the blame around, then I will never get results because now I'm giving them my power. Now, unless the reason that is outside, so the instructors suck, that was my reason, right? Unless they improve, I cannot learn how to sculpt. So for the first fucking time, bro, I thought that, okay, it's time to be accountable. No one can have the blame for me not putting in the work. If I have an hour to sculpt, I wouldn't sculpt. I would jerk off instead. I would scroll on social media instead. Every time sculpting got a bit difficult, I would go back to playing video games with a friend. I would start scrolling on social media and then I was like, okay, maybe I'll try again. When I was watching these courses, when I wasn't getting results, I would complete the whole course and I would be like, yeah, I swear when I complete the course, I will come back to this video and then I will improve. And that never happened, bro. So I just realized that, okay, yes, there might be some reasons, external reasons that this is not working for me, but there are also internal reasons that I need to realize if I need to improve. I need to be accountable. I need to at least control the things that I have control over. I don't have control over how these people are teaching, but the only thing that I have control over is my attitude towards it. How do I approach learning? And that is what I changed. So the first thing that I did, bro, was I set 1 hour to sculpt every single day. I did not care what happened, what not. I had a full-time job. I was freelancing on Upwork. I showed you that I have a profile here. I was freelancing on Upwork. I had a full-time job, and still, despite all of that, I woke up every single day at 5 a.m. before anything else started, and I would give that 1 hour to myself to learn how to sculpt. And the realization that I had was that no one has the responsibility to learn and do this for me. No one has the responsibility to do that. And back then, I also used to rely on motivation. So whenever I felt motivated, I would sculpt for 4 or 5 hours. And whenever I did not feel motivated, I wouldn't sculpt for 4 or 5 days. And it kept going on. And I just realized, bro, I need to stop being a little bitch who relies on motivation, and motivation does not exist. I just realized, bro, that on my full-time job, I went there despite I was in the mood or not. You completed my freelance projects. I met those deadlines whether I felt like it or I did not. So why? The only thing that I am truly passionate about, I've been trying to learn this for 5 years and I still have this burning desire. It means so much to me. Why is it that the only time that I want to practice this skill is when I seek motivation, is when I seek comfort, is when I want the fuel of motivation to allow me to sculpt? It just does not happen. And I thought that every single day for 1 hour, I will sculpt no matter what, whether I feel like it or I don't. The other thing that I did, which was extremely helpful, is I just realized, bro, I've been trying to keep adding more to the pile of shit that I already have. I kept trying adding more courses, more tutorials. The thing that I started to do here was I started to eliminate. And this is all that I was left with. And the reason that I was left with this was because I just loved how speech art made characters. It wasn't stylized, it wasn't fancy or cartoon style or what other instructors would also teach. Hey, you need to learn stylized sculpting, bro. It's much easier. No, no, no. I wanted to learn the rules first. So I followed speech art. And my experience with speech art was that speech art is, his name suggests, speed. He is too damn fast, bro. It was so hard to keep up with him even inside his courses. So what I did, I kept watching the video on repeat again and again, again and again, again and again. No matter how much it sucked, I kept watching that video again and again, again and again, unless I got a similar result. It sucked, but I did it. And whenever I got stuck at somewhere, so speech art is super, super fast. Sometimes what happens is he would go through over something really, really quick, and I personally, for me, bro, I like a bit of context. I like a bit of explanation on stuff. Why is it happening? Why did you use this brush? Why did you make it this way? So I need a bit of that context. Whenever I would find myself utterly stuck somewhere, only then would I go to the human course and I would try to understand those things. So for example, I remember I didn't understand how to exactly make the nose. So I went to the human course and I watched their videos. So inside the human course, it's explained very thoroughly. So thoroughly that it becomes borderline overwhelming with all of the anatomical terms and the medical terms, and it was overwhelming. So what it is, I just completely ignored the medical bullshit and I focused on how is he carving in the shape and the form, why is he carving this shape and the form, and that is what I understood. So what I would do is I just had one source of information that I would consistently come back to rely on, and whenever I found myself stuck, only then would I go to another resource to understand, try to understand those things better. And this alone helped me improve so much better. The third thing that I did, bro, was I told you how I went online and I saw so amazing artists. I went on ArtStation and instead of being inspired, I got demotivated. What I did was I just completely removed competition from my mind. I was like, nah, I'm not competing with these people. I don't want to compete with these people. I don't want to get as good as they are. I don't want to try to beat them. And I completely changed my competition. So I changed my competition from all of those people to this guy on the screen. So I changed my competition to this. And I just realized, bro, that as long as I sculpt something better than what I did yesterday, as long as I'm beating my one true competition, which is myself, as long as I'm improving every single day, I have nothing to worry about. I just need to consistently do that. And I swear to you, bro, this made the process addicting for me. So what I did, bro, is instead of feeling like, hey, you know what, I want to go from here to making Joker in 2 days. No, that does not happen. So what I did was I just realized, bro, I completely suck at sculpting. I don't even know how to block out a face, bro. So what I did is I just set myself a goal that today I will learn how to sculpt the face. I will learn how to block out the face. And when I did the block out of the face, I just tricked my mind into thinking that, holy shit, bro, I made some progress. This is one step closer to the characters that I want. I had to trick my mind. The next day, I thought, okay, today I will learn how to make the proportions of the face. And then I just blocked out these features. And I was like, oh, wow, this is progress. I learned something new. I beat my competition from yesterday. Yesterday, I did not know how to do this. Today, I know how to do this. So I'm improving. And when I started practicing this way, when I started practicing deliberately on the areas that I knew that I was weak in, and I would just focus on one thing at a time, I fell in love with the process and it became so addicting. Every single day, what I would do after I completed the course was I would sculpt the face and I would try to identify the things that I'm weak in. And the next day, I would try to improve on those things. Another thing that I realized, bro, is I was rendering lighting and rendering out these images for my sculpts, and I just realized, bro, I want to improve at sculpting. Why the hell am I lighting these things? Why am I rendering these things? It does not help me improve. So what I did is, you can see after Voldemort, so Voldemort was the last sculpt that I rendered, and after this you can see I did not use any lighting or any rendering because I knew that the only thing that I need to work on is sculpting. I have an hour to practice every single day. I cannot spend 40 minutes lighting and rendering a scene. I only have an hour. So for that hour, I will make that hour count. And what I did is I started focusing on the shapes and the forms. And you can see some days got better and some days it got worse. So the first time I tried a female face, it looked like a duckling. So what I did is I went to YouTube. I watched one of Speech Art's videos where he was critiquing one of his students' sculpt. And I tried to figure out the mistakes that I and his student hadn't had in common. And then I fixed them. And the next day was so much better. This is how you improve. This is not a magic formula. This you cannot do this overnight. I know you play video games and you're addicted to video games and you think that, oh wow bro, if I want this skin in Fortnite, I just have to grind tonight, complete all of the challenges, and I will have that skin. If I want to unlock that gun in Call of Duty, I just have to achieve all of these challenges and then I will unlock that gun. The same thing does not happen for sculpting. In real life, progress happens, but the timeline of that progress is delayed. This is why you are unable to commit to this. This is why you constantly give up, because the time that requires you to do these things it's longer than a video game. It's longer than feeling amused on your phone when you're scrolling through social media and you want to be amused and you want to find a reel and you just move your thumb a little bit and then you find that funny meme within seconds and then you're amused. The same pleasure, the same rate of pleasure does not exist in sculpting. That is why you are unable to commit to this. You need to realize, bro, that your brain, my brain, everyone's brain is a monkey brain. All our monkey brain wants is pleasure. It does not care what the source of that pleasure is. So if you can find easy pleasure in a video game, why would you want to sit down, practice sculpting for an hour, and by the end of that hour, you have little to no results? That is why you are unable to commit to this. But when you realize it this way, that yes, this is something that will take time, and when you trick your mind into thinking that, okay, all I will do every day is pick one thing that I need to improve on, one area that I'm weak in, and I will improve on that area. That is how you fall in love with the process. So I just wanted to show you this ugly side, this bad side, my struggling side of learning how to sculpt, because I know a lot of creators do not do this, and the reason that they do not do this is because it's unsexy. It makes them sound not cool. These kind of videos do not get views. I know this video is not going to get 100,000, 10,000, a million views. So it's not going to happen. But my objective with this mission is I just want to help that younger me. I just want to help that struggling me help realize that, bro, everyone sucks. You have to go through this journey. The reason I'm able to create these characters that I'm really passionate about now is because I went through all this shit. It's because I went through that uncomfortable process, that uncomfortable road of learning. I want you to realize, bro, that a lot of people, they think that, okay, wow, the process should be fun as well and I should learn this. And let me tell you, the process of something is not fun. Imagine a fat guy who's trying to lose weight and he's 120 kgs and he wants to reach 60 kgs. Do you think between that he would feel pleasure anytime? He would only feel pleasure when he reaches that goal. When he is 60 kilos, that is when he will actually be happy. Oh, holy shit, bro, I achieved my goal. I'm slim, I'm smart, I'm sexy now. I'm not a fat guy with some man boobs that my friends press. No, that doesn't happen. For that guy, the journey from 120 to 60 is not comfortable. It's not fun. It's not something that he wants to do up every day. It's not something that he feels passionate to do every day, but still he gets up, goes for that run. He compromises, he sacrifices on the sweet food that he likes. He compromises on the sugar. He compromises on that junk food, the things that he wants to do, but he has to compromise because he wants to achieve his goal of reaching 60 kgs. The same thing happens when you want to learn how to sculpt characters. You want to make characters like this. For that, it is going to be uncomfortable. The journey from here, from sucking at sculpting to making the characters that you want, it is going to be uncomfortable. It is not going to be easy. The practices that you have to do, it's not something that you want to do every day. It's not something you will feel passionate. Oh yeah, today, bro, today is so exciting. Today for the whole day, I will practice the nose. It's not exciting. I want you to realize that the process is uncomfortable. The progress is what makes it fun. There is pleasure in making progress. There is no pleasure in the process. But the only way that you can actually feel pleasure in the process is, if I continue the same fat guy analogy, is when he is 120 kgs and when he reaches 110 kg, he can be happy. He can be proud of himself that, oh boy, I've put in this work. I've lost 10 kgs. Holy shit, fuck yeah. If I keep doing this, I will reach 60 kgs. The same thing goes for sculpting. When you think of sculpting this way, that, oh boy, I don't know how to sculpt anything at all, but now I know how to block the face out. Hell yeah, bro. Be proud of yourself. Be happy. This is progress. Why don't you appreciate yourself on this? Why are you so hard on yourself? Why are you a fucking Jerry, bro, that you cannot enjoy the progress that you just made? Why do you delay your happiness to a point where you will not feel pleasure unless you sculpt something that you are passionate about? Why? That is not going to happen. That is a road that is way ahead of you, bro. Why are you delaying your happiness to a point that, oh boy, I will only be happy when I can sculpt Gojo? Why can't you be happy on the win that you get? This is progress, my friend. When you learn how to block out the face, that is progress. When you learn the proportions of the face, that is progress. When you learn how to detail those things and make those parts individually, that is progress. And when you learn how to make the face completely, that is huge, bro. That is awesome. You need to be on your side. And I just told you, bro, I just laid out the raw truth in front of you that it's not going to be comfortable. The only comfort you can find is that every single day you can beat your one true competition, which is yourself. As long as you are a better artist than what you were yesterday, you are on a good path. And if you want to avoid all of this discomfort here, where you have to filter through all of this information, you don't have to do it. You don't have to delay this for years. You don't have to spend years struggling like I did. I made this video exactly for this reason so that I can cut down your time. And if you need a free resource, bro, the course is absolutely free. Go and join the link in the description and you will find this course here where I have helped so many artists who was struggling with this, who was stuck in this trap, finally get results from this because I teach in the simplest way possible. No anatomical bullshit, no medical terms, no nothing. I teach you like an artist, not like a doctor. Everything that I struggle with, I make sure that I cover inside these courses. I talk about mindset inside my courses because no one does. And I believe if you do not have a healthy mindset, if you do not have a healthy approach, no course in the planet is going to help you. I cannot help you one-on-one. Even Michelangelo himself, one of the greatest sculptors of all time, if he comes alive from his grave and tries to teach you sculpting, you can't learn sculpting if you do not have a good mindset. If you're like, no, Michelangelo, this sucks, my hand hurts, I want to give up. Michelangelo like, yeah, fuck off, bro. This is not for you. Shut up. Why am I wasting my time with you? So the first thing you need to fix is your mind. And that is why I made this video. And with that fix, bro, I want to also give you the best resource that is over here on the planet right now. That is going to get you results within 1 month. Guaranteed. You've been trying to learn this for I don't know how long. For me, it was years. But I'm super confident. I'm promising you results. If you follow the steps here, you will get results. Insane results. You can see all of the amazing results here. Day 1, day 15, day 15, day 32, 1 month, 22 days, 20 days. So yeah, I just wanted to share my raw story and I wanted to share out the unsexy truth that, bro, this is going to be uncomfortable. But I promise, if you stick at it, what's on the other side, it's extremely pleasurable. I feel so happy and proud of the progress that I made. I feel so good when I make the characters that I want. And I want the same thing for you. But you just have to go through this little uncomfortable journey over the course of the whole journey, bro. I swear this initial time, the difficult time is just a bump. It's just a bad bump. And once you get over this, what lies ahead, it's so addicting. It's so powerful. It's so good. It's so nice, bro. Yeah, you'll feel so good. Yeah, just go check the link in the description. Subscribe if you want more videos like this, and do comment. Let me know how did you find this video. Okay. So here's a fist bump, my friend. Good luck. Goodbye, and take care. Boom.